build up my confidence, and when you come my way, I know just what to say. Somebody wants to talk to you. All right? Somebody wants to talk to you. Hence the reason why my shirt says, call me when you get a grip. All right, so there's a situation going on where things have been left unsaid between you and someone else. And it's time to clear the air. Okay? It feels really good outside. So we're going to leave the door cracked. Unless it slams. It doesn't feel too windy. So that's a good thing. Okay. I need some lip gloss. So let's see, Taurus. I don't know what's going to come out in today's reading, but we're going to find out together. All right. We got communication coming in. Some of you guys, this is a job offer. Others of you, this is communication. Like I said, confirmation. You could be the Taurus that wants to talk to someone, or somebody wants to talk to you. Bottom of the deck, it's like, I'm not mad anymore. I'm over it. 5 of Cups in reverse. I'm past it. You can talk to me whenever you want to talk. All right. Especially if there was situations where you guys swore or vowed to never talk to each other again. No contact energy. All right, let's keep going. Typically, every time I do readings over here, I don't know why, I get more conversation whispers. All right, I get more mediumship messages. So a lot of messages, a lot of guidance coming through ancestors. Hey, turn it down just a little bit so I can hear myself. I gotta hear myself, hear the thoughts in my head. Okay. I don't know. Resistance in reverse. Oh yeah, we got a parrot. We got a bird. Okay. There's a new idea that you have, Taurus. This new idea that you have, you're about to go full force with it. Okay. And when you go full force with this idea, at first, you're going to feel a little unsure, as if, like, how am I going to be able to balance this and balance something else? How am I going to be able to balance this project and my 9 to 5? You fill in the blanks, right? But the more that you do it and the more you practice doing both, you're going to discover that you're a natural at this. You are meant to do both. You are meant to have this dual business, this dual citizenship, I'm hearing, this dual reality. It does feel like two extremes. So let me give you the example that I'm getting. Let's say you have a spiritually based business, but you want to also pursue a corporate job. You get what I'm saying? They're extremely different in two different fields, but you are a natural at these two different things. Take that how it resonates, okay? And you're coming up as a jack of all trades, which means that you know how to take negative experiences and flip it to your benefit. You know how to control attention, all right, with this Queen of Cups energy. Something about you being very mysterious, you having, and that's that energy that I'm picking up on, where it's two extremes, right? So let's say you have a spiritual based business and you're also in the stock markets or something extreme. There may be some type of bias or prejudice where someone feels like, or a group of people feel like you have the upper hand because you know how to read energy. You see how that would be a conflict of interest, where someone is like, you may be using this information to kind of guarantee that you're successful at things, and they may feel like you shouldn't be using your spiritual insight, okay, or your ability to see into the future like that. Like, you shouldn't be able to know what lottery numbers are about to hit. You shouldn't be able to predict those type of things. That's misusing. You should just be an observer of the spiritual realm. You should be someone that is not using that information and applying it in your life, but rather just being a news reporter. Report the energy, read the energy. And that may be coming from people that don't necessarily know how to do more than just read the energy. They don't know how to see between the lines. They don't know how to put it all together, and what do you get? Bibbity bobbity boo. You see? So they may feel as if you are misusing your gifts, taking advantage of people, or using these things to your advantage, and that is wicked. Okay, that's what they said, Taurus. It's wicked. All right, so we're gonna keep moving on. Sounds like a bunch of people that wish they could, but could never. That's what it sounds like to me. So be aware of being buddy with people that secretly have this type of skewed perspective of you, because it would be like talking to a brick wall. I'm hearing like I clear the energy, okay? It's like straining your voice. Something becomes strenuous when it's supposed to be easy and effortless and fun and enjoyable, but the objective is to make it strenuous, okay? Where it's like, am I talking for my health, or is anybody out there? Does anybody hear me? Yeah. All right, or you could have a spiritual based business, but be a psychologist, and now you're blending science and spirituality. You see how that works? It's like, how dare church and state does not mix type of energy. That's what they had said. All right. We have I'm ready. All right, so we have SpongeBob. I heard SpongeBob walking. Okay, so it's like, I'm ready. So you're amped up, you're pumped up, you're ready to go about your day, you're ready to pursue your dreams. And I feel like people are stressed. People are stressed because you're not letting them get an inch anymore. A lot of people are used to you giving an inch, so they take a mile. You dropping ideas, or you making it make sense for people, so then they can take the rest and go the distance. But at the end of the day, really, I heard a saying once, the potential that you see in other people is really just a projection of you. Well, damn. And Taurus, y'all energy is good for that. Y'all are good for, I see the potential in you. I see how far you can go and who you could be in this lifetime. And I believe in you. And a lot of times with that type of stability, having you in someone's corner, having you remind a person on a day-to-day basis of how amazing they are, is equivalent to you. It's like, yeah, I am that person. Yeah. I always knew I had it in me. You're actually right. I like the way that sounds when you say it like that, Taurus. And on some people, it may die right there with them and never go anywhere because they're too scared. And with others, they may take it really far, and then they're like, it was my idea all along. And the truth of the matter is, it was your potential, Taurus. It was your idea. It's who you are. Okay? Because if the vision was given to you, that means the divine wanted you to see it through. If the idea was seeded and planted in you, the divine wanted you to water it, wanted you to put it out there, give birth to it. And here you are, because you can see the vision, you believe that you're meant to give the vision away. But at what point do you include yourself in the equation? Okay? Do you know how to discern what's meant for the world and what's meant for you? Sometimes in that space, spirit will restrict, right? And this is where that restriction energy comes in. Spirit will restrict you from being able to reveal something because it's not meant for everybody. And in that space, it's important to know when to stop. Okay? So moving forward, moving on, you are rejoining the world, and there's going to be a lot of speculation around what you're up to next. What is that damn Taurus about to do next? That's the energy that I'm getting with your energy, Taurus. It's like, what is that damn Taurus up to next? I know you up to something. You're never not doing something. Tricky, Taurus. I feel like you're going to a new octave. Yes. You're going to a different note. You're on a different page. Something is being arranged for you. Oh, I love this card. I don't know why in this deck specifically, when I see the Four of Swords, it makes me feel like just lay back in the Maybach, relaxing, chilling, shooting some hoops. Then a couple of guys that be up to no good. They start making trouble in your neighborhood. And then when you do something wrong, it's like, okay, now you got to go, Taurus. You got to be out. We're getting rid of you. And it's like, I didn't even do anything. All I did was, I took it further. There's things that you do in life, Taurus, where you take it further. It's grandiose, everybody does the same thing, but when you do it, you just take it there. That's where you're going, over the motherfucking moon. Okay? I'm seeing comfy couch. When she's at the clock and she does her leg all the way over. I'm hearing it's 6:00. You clocked out. What we doing? What you about to do? What you creating? What you cooking, Taurus? While you sitting on the couch, looking hella comfortable. Like, oh yes, tell me how great I am, TT. I'm amazing. And then when you clock out, your ass get comfy on the couch. So your ancestors is telling on you. Your ancestors are telling on you. I want you to know that. It's like, I can't wait to clock out. You get me through my day. You get me through this long ass shift that I have to keep coming to on a regular basis. Right? So you're bypassing time. You're burning time. Some of you are and some of you aren't. But for those of you that are burning time, it's like spirit is like, get to cooking, get to cleaning, get to doing something. All right? It's 24 hours in a day. We all get them. How you going to spend it? Right? So real, recognize real. Don't have no regrets. Don't be like, oh, back in the day, I used to be, or I wish I was a little bit taller. Don't be like that. Don't be that person. You have free time. And if you do not have a relationship and you do not have a connection and that you're not talking to someone, you have even more time. So pour all that love, all that good vibes, all that good energy into your creativity, into your projects, into these ideas, and see what you come up with. Make mistakes, have fun while making it, and enjoy the ride. Yes, I like it. I like it, Taurus. If it's pain that you're processing, create with that pain. Do it mad and angry. Use that dark feminine rage. You know, be like, I don't want to do this shit anyway. And it's like, yeah, but you doing it though. So that's half the battle. You doing it. If it's a habit that you know you need to break, y'all know Taurus got them habits now. And you can't tell me you don't, because I have them too. And I am working on those habits. Shit. But I know about 5 habits I had last year, I don't have them this year. And it took a year for me to work on those habits, for me to even say, okay, you know, I'm sober. If y'all remember, if you go back to my very first video, I stayed chiefing. Okay? If I wasn't smoking on a vape, if I wasn't smoking cigars, I was channeling, like, I was flying. I was just coasting, you know? And then Spirit, not that I wasn't meant to do that. Don't get me wrong. Spirit, I was meant to use those things to help me quiet and help me meditate and do different things like that. And when I no longer needed those training wheels, then Spirit was like, okay, you got a good handle on it. You know how to do this shit. You know how to tie your shoes now with your eyes closed. You could do it without seeing. So now you don't need autopilot anymore. You're a manual driver. And so once you get to that position, you know, sometimes it's alcohol that gets you there. Sometimes it's, you know, the extra substances the psychedelics that get you there. But when you get there, take notes along the way of your transitions, and you'll notice that you're using it less and less and less. And when that shift comes, take it. Okay? So I don't ever down it. When I see it, it's like, oh yeah, you finna be a beast. You know, when I see someone else. But that's what maturity, that's what reading a lot does. You know, you just understand that everything is happening as it's supposed to. And you don't be like, oh, you don't need to be doing that. You know, you don't have to say that no more. So I digress. All right, we have the Two of Wands. Yeah, this is a part of your purpose. Both things, there are 2 things that you're good at. Multiple things that you're good at. You're meant to have both. And when the time is right for you to start doing it, it's going to be like the floodgates open up. Okay? So just know when that fork in the road comes, it's like, it's your turn, you up. And it's like, I'm up. That's what it's about to feel like for you. It's my turn. Let me do my big one. Let me do my little doot-a-doot. Let me tell you how you know that this is going to be. Out of all the options and ideas that you have, the ones that you're meant to give your undivided attention to, it's like you finna go viral. You finna shoot forward. It's going to be like, what the fuck? All I did was post one video and I got 100K. You know, that's how grand it is. I don't think y'all hear me. And it's because that was the thing that Spirit wanted you to do first. Does that mean that you should stop doing all of it until you know where you're being called? I feel like when it comes to knowing where your ancestors, where your spiritual team is nudging you, it's like you play around with it. You play around with it, and then boom, something's going to start picking up and taking off. And that's the sweet spot. That's the risk that's worth taking, going further, putting a little bit more. So now, instead of having 4 pots boiling, now you got one of them that's ready to go in the oven and the rest is still cooking. You get what I'm saying? What you cooking, Taurus? That's why Spirit said, what you cooking? This next thing should make it easier where you wouldn't have to talk so much. Something about you not having to talk so much, you're not having to do so much, or you're not having to play it safe so much. There won't be so many you're going to feel like, finally I could just express myself just a little bit more than I was able to in, other places, doing other things, right? Because if you're in corporate, you can't be over there talking how you want to talk and doing what you want to do. You're going to have to wear your shirt, look decent. I don't care if you work from home. You be butt ass naked from the waist down, but you better have a shirt on. And it better look some semi-business attire. That would be kind of cool, though. You know, like having, like someone wearing their boxers or their briefs to work, but they got on business socks and business shoes with a button up. You would never know. You would never know. And they take a picture of their shoes from the socks down, and it's like post on Instagram, another working day, but nobody knows that they're like butt booty naked from the waist down. Oh man. Or maybe that's somebody's dream, to be able to just not have to be so formal. Who knows? All types of stuff. I'm not going to sit here and shout out your ideas, okay, because I don't feel like I'm meant to. But I will say that something along those lines where you're able to do two things at one time, okay? How would they know? You know? How would they know? So we have contract, deception, in reverse. Let's keep going. We have attachment in reverse. And then we have the healing light. Oh, okay. Someone, like, I keep picking up on this energy of someone not necessarily being ready to be on your level, but they're not quite ready to let you go energetically either. And so they're going to be very honest with you, or you have gotten the honesty or the clarity that you need, because for some of you, they're still in the same position that you left them in. For others of you, they are out of situations that once prevented them from making choices, but they haven't come forward. You know what I'm saying? You may know that there's something that they want to tell you, but they haven't come clean. They haven't spoke up. And so that in itself, doing nothing is equivalent to doing something. And so in that type of dynamic, you would pretty much be like, okay, well, moving on. I get the picture. But they do miss you. And so part of them are struggling with letting you go because you're the most loyal person they've ever known. You're the most supportive person they've ever known. You are always pouring into others with their potential, what you see, and all these different things. And it's a blessing to have someone like you on their side. And I'm not even going to hold you. But I do feel like this person is releasing you back to the universe too. Reluctantly, they are. But it's just not an easy process. You get what I'm saying? That's what I see this person pretty much saying. It's not an easy process. I'm letting you go, but it's not an easy process. I know that the time is over, but it's not an easy process. Five of Cups. I told you it's not an easy process. Eight of Swords in reverse. It's like, I gotta let you go. King of Pentacles. Because true love always is willing to let go. Be fair. So the universe is like saying you gotta be fair in this situation, because that's how you keep karma away. So yeah, you've been spiritually guided by your spiritual team to stop trying to heal someone, stop trying to fix someone, stop trying to wait on someone. Live your life, go on dates, enjoy the life that you have right now, the space that you have right now. Do your big one. And that's just not what someone wants to hear. This is like their worst fear. Their worst fear is that their friends, their family will be like, will one day say to them, that's your ex? Well, that's your ex, or y'all used to talk? How the fuck you fumble that? This is like their biggest fear. That will be the conversation that one day they will be sitting on someone's couch, someone's comfy ass couch at that, and they will be saying, I used to know that person back in the day, or we used to talk once upon a time back in the day. And they're like, the person on the television, the person on the computer screen, and they're like, yeah, and it's like, well, what happened? I couldn't get over something. What did they do? We stopped talking. Oh, why'd you look them up? Why didn't you look them up? Oh, I was too afraid. The type of slap their friends would give them, that's the reality of it. But that's not for you to worry about, okay? That's what Spirit is saying. It's not for you to worry about. Everyone has a choice, and wishful thinking is only thinking. And thinking thoughts without doing is like, it dies. Nothing can grow there. Somebody wanted you to give up your protection, your spiritual practice, your spiritual belief system. And even if they never told you that, I just don't think that this is that type of energy where as long as you are into your spirituality or whatever you do to be able to get the messages that you get or the confirmations that you get, this is somebody that feels like you guys would never be able to work, because you would always be able to see their flaws. You would always be able to see their imperfections, and that in itself is, they know that the reason why you are where you are today is because you have some type of spiritual blueprint. You have some type of cheat code. That's how they feel. You're getting spiritual help. You can see around that they can't. We have tension in reverse, stressed out, migraines, worry. So you're somebody else's headache now? Okay, we have glow up in reverse, smell the roses in reverse. This person may be a workaholic. We also have lust. Possibility in reverse, and then we have puzzled in reverse. It'll never work. I'm not enough. So letting you go, this is somebody that's always like, I love you, but I'll always let you go. I will never chase you. And so they live by this. There's a rule that this person lives by. And they're working double time, triple time with their schedule. They're taking on extra work. They think about messaging you, talking to you, but when they think about what they want to say, it's like, I just want to curse you out a little bit. They mad. And so they can't be there to witness your evolution. It's too painful. Now, for those of you that do not want to hear about this, we do not restrict spirit over here. So if y'all are new to the channel, when spirit says that this is something that we need to talk about, there's a reason for everything. And we do not question. Okay? My spirits, we don't. You gotta trust yourself, your intuition. And a lot of times I feel like the only time people get really uncomfortable with hearing about energy that's familiar or energy that didn't work out is because it's still painful and it's still triggering to you too. And in that situation, it's like, I want to just move on to something new. but there's always a reason why. And as we're all discovering that together throughout this process of seeing it, I don't know why, but I feel like I said, it comes from control. It's a sense of spirit. It's showing you through this reading that you struggle with surrendering control for the things in which you cannot see, the things in which you cannot have, or, and that's kind of like, it's a you thing. Feel me? Nine of Swords in reverse. The Page of Swords. So occasionally this person checks up on you to see if things are not panning out for you. Occasionally, are you sad? Are you happy? Or have you changed? Have you improved? In what areas have you had? Because like I said, this stems back to one of their biggest fears, So I do feel as if this person is going to unblock you and talk to you. Page of Cups. There's an apology coming in. You know what I'm saying? I can't breathe next to me. I suffocate when you're away from me. So much love you. I'm going out of my mind. I never leave you, girl. You answer my world. So there's something about putting aside pride here that I'm seeing. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Difficulty working, unable to really commit to a schedule. Here, pass it to me. A schedule or routine, a consistency. It's like somebody's cranky at work. It's like, here, give it to me, hand it to me, sign that, do this. But there's no joy. Okay? There's no joy at work anymore. Somebody, you used to help someone get through a long day of work. Spying. I told you. They stopped watching you on social media. Family. Twin flame. Yikes. They stopped for a minute, but then they came right back. Okay? They wonder if you're going through the same thing that they're going through. If you miss them like they miss you. They wonder. I wonder. What's in a wonder ball? Does that new person put it down like they used to put it down? Ten of Cups. Wow. The Fool card. Somebody wants to are you happy? Somebody wants to reconcile with you. It's a multiple. It's a multiple option here. Someone that you had a family with could definitely be wishing that they could reconcile with you. But this person's a liar. They're a liar. They're conniving. Very corrupt. They're like the total opposite of you. Everything that they accuse you of, they actually are. So, moving on from that energy. I feel like somebody is waiting to see, like, if you post someone. Have you posted someone on social media? Are y'all posting y'all new boobs out here? That's because that's what they waiting on. If you haven't already, comparison in your bag. They're in competition with you. A lot of y'all ex-lovers and stuff like that are in competition with you. Do they make more money than you? Do they have a better option than you? They're comparing the people that they're dating to you. You've set the bar really high out here in these streets. Flow in reverse. And for a lot of them, They want to interrupt your flow, big picture, and they want to redirect your focus to something that you should be focusing on. These are the type of people that be wanting to I was going to say hoe you, but they want to own you. Okay, these are the type of people that's like, if I could get you to see this big picture, if I could get you to see this big picture, we could go far in life. But no, you want to work against the grain. You want to make it difficult. And so we can't be great together. We can't build an empire because you're giving all of that stuff to you. And this may be a chart thing. I'm not saying that everybody's chart is like this, but not everybody is here for monogamy. Not everybody is here to have the white picket fence. Not everybody on this planet is aspiring for that. And there are certain roads that open up because you listen to following your north node and where you're really headed in life. And it's not personal, but for whatever fairy tale picture that somebody wants you to aspire to have, they do not understand why you are doing what it is that you're doing, why you won't go in a particular direction. They're struggling with seeing that. And first they thought like, oh, maybe I need to get my money up and maybe I need to be on this certain status for you to want me or things like that. And they don't even realize that it has absolutely fucking nothing to do with that. Maybe they wanted you to improve yourself physically so you could fit their narrative. Maybe they wanted you to change who you were to fit their narrative, but you're meant to go an aspect of your journey in the skin that you're in, you know? So there are so many factors that no one would ever fucking know. But at the end of the day, you have all these people that are hell bent on telling you what you should be doing, you know? And what if they took all of that time and energy that they want to externalize and perfect other people and do that shit for themselves? Maybe they wouldn't have to constantly find something else to, you know, compare you to. Just food for thought. Sun in reverse. They ain't never gonna be happy. Listen, there's only one of one, okay? When you come across somebody like you, whoever you are that resonates with this reading, you better know the first fucking time. Because this is a very protected Taurus. Four of Wands in reverse. The Four of Cups. Someone feels as if the reason why you're refusing to see the bigger picture is because you're just resentful and you just hate progress that takes unity and, you know, group think and group support. And I really don't feel like that's the case. The Page of Wands in reverse at all. I really don't. I feel like that will put you on your South Node. For some of you guys, your South Node is the complete polar opposite of whatever you're used to. And I feel like you're breaking through that. You're ripping yourself out the plastic and you acting brand new, Taurus. Yeah. And they're like, you'll see, you ain't gonna be happy. You ain't gonna be happy until you done did this to yourself, that to yourself, and then you're gonna come to find out that you were so far gone and you lost yourself in the process. All that shit. Because I promise you, you know what, Taurus? If I felt like you were the one sitting there saying that about other people, I would be getting on your ass. Now, y'all know I'm good for getting on Taurus' ass. But I genuinely feel like this shit is being projected towards you. Because you shift from seeing the potential in other people and becoming the potential that you have envisioned. You've had visions of yourself. Why did you have those visions if those timelines didn't exist? And so now you have people telling you that those timelines are wrong. Well, if you wrong, then it is what it is. But these are people that are in love with you and feel like it's wrong to love you. You need to really listen to that song, because that song that talks about if loving you is right, I don't want to be wrong. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. It's talking about, you know, how they got a whole person and a kid that they have on the side, and they just can't help but be loving you too. All right. So maybe that is the case. Like I said, monogamy ain't for everybody. But if you know you don't like that and this person has that, then that's a different situation. The karma comes from not being authentic about where y'all stand. Okay? Not being authentic. Some people don't want to do 365 days out the year. You got to see that person every day. You know, some people want to be able to live on their fucking own and enjoy the company of somebody else when they feel like it. But then you got motherfuckers that get territorial and possessive, and the idea that they can't keep an eye on you 24/7 haunts their soul. Shit. We have perspective and outside forces. You are a part of a cosmic shift in the collective consciousness around perspective shifting. Very simple. Now, how you display that perspective shifting, how you facilitate those changes, how you acclimate those downloads into your reality, that's where you're going to be headed, okay? But the download has already happened. The shift has already begun. The fun part is happening. This is your future, Taurus. Okay, this is your future. I wish I could just go through the screen and grab you and hug you. Like, I'm the type of person, when I'm like happy or super excited, I hit. I hit, okay? I really do. And so, if I don't hit you, I'm not laughing genuinely with you. So it's not personal, I promise. If we ever meet in person, okay? We have illumination. I feel like you are about to be let out the bottle. You're about to discover something. This is so beautiful. It's like all along, I get it now. I get why 8 years ago I was doing this, 10 years ago I was doing that, and look at me now. Like, this is the epiphany that you're about to have. People skills. Okay. Come through, spirit. Head of a company, diplomat, counselor, salesperson. You have a flair for working well. You are for the people. Let's get your last cards. You're for the people. You could be the sweetest dream or beautiful nightmare. Either way, I tattoo my name. I was going to say on your eye. Anyway, moving on. Oh, Knight of Wands with the Magician in reverse. Yes, I like it. The Magician in reverse to me with the Knight of Wands is saying by any means necessary. Jack of all trades type of, you move around, you shake and you bake. Okay. I always remember this, right? Rihanna, for example. Nobody knows why she hasn't dropped a new record in forever and however long. But I'm sure there's some shady shit going on with her contract, preventing her freedom to creatively express herself through voice, through song. Whatever's happening with that energy, her other love was her beauty line and how she embarked on something that was completely in a whole nother industry from where she started. And she's a billionaire, you know what I'm saying? She has gone further than anyone could have ever expected for herself in her own lane. And yes, to this day her music still does great, but at the end of the day, that's what this is giving me. Okay, when you think that you're going to control a narrative in one particular area, you move around. You forgot, like, multi-talented, multi-diverse. And like she says, when she was a young girl, she always loved it. So there was something that she used to do when she was a kid. You get what I'm saying? That she was good at. And even though she pursued something different for up to a certain period of time, it's something that, still to this day, what it is, she did a Super Bowl. And it ain't even like she had to be putting out content for all those years for her to be in the Super Bowl. Now, none of these social platforms or none of these big major achievements may mean anything to me, but it definitely impacts influence in some capacity for future generations. Okay, there's stories that are being told. All right, so we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so the Queen of Wands in reverse is saying very seductive. It's giving very Lilith energy, very Jezebel. Femme Fatale. All right, and sometimes you're going to have to start by faking it till you make it. But I feel like you have to play around with shit in order to know shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people just want to watch other people and see they fail, so I'm going to try to watch other people fail so I can know everything to do right. You miss so fucking much, and I say that all the time. But I just be talking. And that's how authenticity is born. Because even if you are operating from a Queen of Wands perspective in reverse, it still doesn't make you the Queen of Wands. It just means that for whatever vision you've been given creatively, ambitiously, it may require a period of your life to be in the upright, to be in the be upside down. All right. To do things that really like makes a punch, has a great impact. And that's your higher self pretty much saying, integrate with me. Your alter ego saying, integrate with me. Trust me. If you don't trust anything else, trust your higher self. Touch and agree. It's giving when two levels of consciousness touch and agree. You could either be afraid like Glinda, you know what I'm saying? And be like, I can't go to that level because that's too far out of my comfort zone. Or you can touch and agree. It's like, come with me. And I feel like a lot of y'all have decided the direction that you're going to go in, and you're not going to be in the space of fear and stagnation. And so you are letting go of unrequited love situations and possibly even love for a period of time. Okay? Because it's going to take a special kind of person to be able to be with somebody like you that's not going to be intimidated with somebody like you, whoever you fuck you are. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. I love you. This has been really fun, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.